Hi everybody, welcome to another YDFLive show. My name is Stephen Aitchison, creator of YourDigitalFormula.com, a program to help you live your passion, grow your tribe and build your business. Okay, today I'm going to talk about something a little different. So when you start a business online, or when you start any type of business, you start to think about what can make you stand out from the crowd. Well, I do. What can make me stand out from the crowd? And I try and teach that in my business practice as well. But over the last couple of years, I've been thinking this is a crowded space that I'm in. So I teach people how to grow their business online. And before that, I taught people various concepts like the law of attraction. I've got a program called The Magic, and I give away MP3s. And that, well, I don't give away, I sell MP3s to teach people how to change their beliefs within themselves. But all that is within a crowded space. There's thousands or even millions of people doing that around the world just now. So I kept on thinking, okay, what can I do different to make myself or make my business totally stand out? And I've been thinking about this for ages. It's been marinating in my mind for a while. And the things I've been doing recently and over the last year or something, hopefully is making me stand out a little bit more from the crowd. So I want to give you an example. So I'm just going to go over to this model here. Okay, so this is where I'm in just now. I'm in this crowded market, in this white space. So this is where most businesses reside, because they're all doing the same thing. They're not doing really anything to make them stand out. So I'm on this camera now, so I'm on a different camera. So they're not doing anything to make themselves stand out. And when you ask the question, how do I do things differently? How can I make my business a wee bit different? How can I make things so I stand out from this crowd in here, this white circle in a crowd? So if you think of the black area as your potential market, that is your potential market, and the big white circle here is where a lot of the businesses are. So they've all got the same space in this white circle, and everybody's going to this white circle where most people are. But when you ask yourself the question, how can I stand out from the crowd? So usually what I teach in the YDF program, you first have to build your platform. So when you build your platform, predominantly it's going to be Facebook. So we teach Facebook, and we talk about growing your YouTube channel as well, and growing your Instagram channel, and possibly Snapchat as well, maybe Twitter. Not so much Twitter, but the other four. So we teach about building your platform, as I said, predominantly Facebook. So people start to build a Facebook page. So they're in this crowded space. If you imagine this as a crowded space, it's not a business, but this is a crowded space. So there's millions of people got a Facebook page. So you then ask yourself the question, okay, what do I do differently that most Facebook page owners are not doing? So I teach in the YDF program, in Your Digital Formula program, be consistent. You have to be consistent, and that means showing up every single day. Most Facebook page owners, they just post whenever they feel like it. They post maybe once a week, or even once a month, or once every couple of weeks, so they're not consistent with their Facebook schedule. So what I teach in the YDF program is be consistent, show up every single day. And that gives more of a reason for people to come to your Facebook page and to follow you, because most Facebook page owners are not showing up every day. If you show up every day, you're putting image quotes up every day, and you're doing that even over the weekend as well, you've got it all scheduled out, it's more likely you're going to get more followers. So then you ask yourself the question, okay, there's still thousands of Facebook page owners showing up every day, they're being consistent. So what do you do different from there? So then you have to say, okay, I teach them how to make videos. Videos is a huge thing on Facebook just now, so you have to do videos. You have to go where the energy is flowing just now with Facebook, and that is videos at the moment. So then everybody in the YDF tribe is making videos, either themselves, or they're downloading videos, or they're buying videos and uploading them to the page, or sharing videos. So that makes them move towards the periphery. They're standing out from the crowd just that little bit more. So in the black area, all this black area, if you're towards the periphery, you're hopefully going to get more followers. In this case, more followers. It's not about business at the moment, but in this case, more followers because you're going towards the periphery. So you're being consistent, you're doing videos, what else can you do? So then I teach, okay, and we've got a program about the brilliant Facebook Live system myself and Maria Flynn have done, is do Facebook Live. Most Facebook page owners are not doing a Facebook Live. So that you go even more towards the periphery of what most people are doing on Facebook just now, most Facebook page owners are doing on Facebook. So you're moving even kind of further out, and you're going to get noticed even more if you're doing a Facebook Live. Now this is not going to happen overnight. Obviously it's a snowball effect. There's a little snowball, it starts to roll down the hill and it starts to gather momentum, it starts to speed up. So it's not going to happen overnight. So you might have kind of no followers at the beginning, then after 3 months you've got 500 followers, then 6 months you've got 1,000 followers, then the snowball keeps on starting to go. But all the time you're being consistent, you're doing the images, you're doing the videos, you're doing the Facebook Lives, and things are going to start snowballing for you. And that's kind of what it's like for business as well. So what else could you do with your Facebook page apart from do everything that I've said? Well, Facebook Live, you could actually start to kind of do a Facebook Live show every day. So you actually call it a show, and again that makes you stand out. So that's the thing that myself and Maria Flynn are doing, Natalie Musafia, kind of YDF Tribe, Stephen Webb, and loads of other people in the YDF Tribe are doing as well, and it makes them stand out more. And what they're doing all the time, every time they go on a live, every time they're doing a video or whatever, they're starting to gather that tribe around them, or we're starting to gather a tribe around us. People who like our personality, people who like our genuineness or authenticity as well. That's a big thing. You've got to be genuine and authentic. So people are attracted to that, and they start to tell their friends about this great person, Stephen Webb or Natalie Musafia or Maria Flynn, and they start to tell all their friends, you'll need to check them out and watch their live shows. So it makes you stand out. And it's the same with business as well, and I've been asking myself the question, what do I do in my business to make it stand out? So I teach people how to build a business, how to build a platform, how to grow the tribe, how to live their passion, but there's thousands of other people doing that as well. So then I got to thinking, okay, well, I do these live shows, I do it kind of once, kind of every day, most weekdays, or every weekday, and now I'm going to start doing something different, which I'll share with you kind of in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be, I'm really excited about it, and I'll share more of that story with you. But for the business itself, what do I do? I thought, okay, I could do a live. I could actually kind of go on the road and bring speakers in and do a YDF Live, because most businesses are not doing that. And that kind of makes me stand out. So what's happening now is I'm starting to move towards the periphery, and even kind of just within that blue circle area that you see there, that is a periphery, and that is making the business stand out. People are going to start to notice. Not straight away, you have to still do the marketing, you still have to do all that, the email, kind of build up your email list and kind of do your Facebook posts and kind of market it yourself and do kind of PR work as well. But it's starting to help my business grow and move towards the periphery. And then you get to thinking, okay, what else can I do to make it stand out and really get people to notice? So we've got a few things in the pipeline. Again, I'm not going to tell you about it here, but we've got a few things in the pipeline that we're kind of doing that a lot of other people aren't doing as well. So really, this live is all about kind of getting you to question. I'm just going to go back to the normal screen. So it's getting you to question what you're doing in your business to make you stand out. Now, one of the big things I kind of mentioned there that makes you stand out or can make you stand out is your personality. I believe when anybody talks about a business, they always ask, okay, what's the unique selling point for the business? I believe you are your own unique selling point. Because if you're going to be the face of your business, you are the unique selling point. Because your personality, your genuineness, your enthusiasm, your passion for what you're doing is hopefully going to come across in everything that you do. When you're doing a Facebook Live, when you're kind of writing a blog post, when you're doing a podcast, or when you're doing a video for YouTube, hopefully it's all going to come across in everything that you do for your business. So you are your unique selling point. And that's what is going to make you stand out as well. But you still have to do all the other things I mentioned there as well to grow your business, and still ask yourself the question, what can I do to make me stand out from this crowd, that white circle that everybody's in? What else can I do to make me stand out? And that's what I've been thinking about, really kind of marinating in my mind for the last year or so. What is going to make us stand out? And the implementation of kind of doing YDF Scotland, for example, we've got the YDF Scotland event coming up in June the 15th and 16th, where we're getting all the YDF tribe members, or as many as possible, to come over to Scotland and listen to 8 brilliant speakers. And that is going to make us stand out. And then when you think about the event itself, most businesses have the event at a hotel, because obviously it's cheaper. If you got a huge event and there's maybe 1,000 people going, obviously they have it at a hotel. But I thought, okay, how could we make YDF Scotland different? So we hired a castle. A bit ambitious, I know, but we hired a castle for the YDF Scotland event. So we've got the castle for 2 days, and that makes it unique. It makes it different. It also makes it much more expensive as well. But I think about the customer or the person that's going to be attending the event. I think about the speaker that's going to be attending the event as well. And I want their very first impression to be when they come up the driveway, they see the castle, it's a beautiful sunny day, and they just go, wow. I want that to be the first impression, because the first impression is going to last for hopefully the rest of the lifetime, or their lifetime. So that's why I really kind of hired the castle at Dundas Castle to really make this event stand out. Yes, a hell of a lot more expensive, and we definitely don't make money on these. We don't make any money on these at all, and obviously that's why we look for sponsors as well, because probably we're going to end up losing money for this. But there's going to be 100 people there, 150 people, however many people are going to come and buy the tickets, who are all going to have that wow experience. And the first impression is going to be wow. When the speakers come up, is going to be wow. The information they're going to get as well. And over the 2 days, the networking they're going to do is going to be a wow experience. And the after party as well on Friday night, that's going to be wow. It's going to be simple, but it's going to be wow because of the people that are there. But it's that first impression as well, and getting all the brilliant speakers and doing the networking and just making everybody kind of gel as much as possible. That's what's going to make it stand out from other events. So in your business, and kind of my question to you is, what do you do, or what can you do to make yourself stand out? You don't need to know the answer just now, but just asking yourself that question, let it marinate in your mind so it kind of simmers away, and questions will start to come up, or answers will start to come up. You'll see something, you just say, oh shit, I could do that for my business, and kind of relate it all back to your business as well. So that's the question I'm kind of asking you today to think about for your business. Even if you've not started a business, you can still think about this kind of thing. What is going to make you go on stand out in the periphery of that crowded space I was talking about there? And if you think periphery vision, if you think about your kind of periphery and think about that kind of being in that periphery zone, almost, that is going to make you stand out, and it's going to make hopefully your business grow quicker and faster as well. But obviously you've got to have everything in place. You've got to have your platform, you've got to have your products in place, you've got to be doing the kind of live, if you're doing that as well, if that's what you're into as well. You've got to be consistent, you've got to have all that in place as well. But you can still start to ask the question, what can I do different? What's going to make me stand out? And a big part of that is going to be you. Your personality is going to make you stand out. Your determination, your tenacity, your enthusiasm, your passion is going to make you stand out as well. And we see that on a lot of the kind of live shows that the YDF Tribe members are doing just now. And just given such brilliant information, and it does make them stand out. But we still have to do that kind of marketing as well. So there's lots of big things we still have to do, but if you stay consistent, do the marketing, keep on doing it, and just keep on thinking of the bigger vision for yourself. What is your bigger vision? What is your why that you're doing this in the first place? And usually it is to help more people in the world, to help themselves, to empower more people in the world. And that probably, if I was to make it kind of very short, that's probably my kind of vision, is to empower people to build a business in order to empower other people. That's my kind of big vision. I could expand on that kind of big time, but in a nutshell, that's really what my vision is. So if you know your why, and then you can start to ask yourself the question, what can I do to make myself stand out? Now, I'm just going to go to a few comments here. This is I was thinking about this kind of today and trying to how to explain it, and that's where I came up with this kind of periphery kind of model to look at as well. So I'm just going to go to a few. I don't know if we've got questions or not. I'll just start up Skype, but I'll go to a few kind of comments. Maria Flynn, this gets the creative juices flowing. It definitely does when you ask yourself big, empowering questions like that, because ultimately it's going to be the questions that you ask yourself and ask about your business. It's going to change your business. It's going to be the kind of important questions like that. What can I do to make myself stand out? Stephen Webb, my unique selling point is my singing. I've never heard that, Stephen, but I'm sure it is. And if that makes you stand out, brilliant, brilliant. Stephen Webb is saying, I cannot wait, I'm going. So Stephen Webb is talking about YDF Scotland, and we've got more and more people coming in, and the tickets are kind of going just now. So you need to get in with the tickets as well if you want to go to YDF Scotland. It's going to be amazing. I'm just going to sign in to Skype just to see if there are any questions. I don't know why it's asking me to sign in. Tiffany Reid, I love the castle. All the kings and queens of YDF will gather. This is so magical. Excellent. And I think the castle is beautiful as well. It's going to be amazing. Right, I can't get into Skype, so I'm just going to have to read the comments here. I don't know what's going on. Jock J. Davis, wow, will definitely be my first impression growing up in the city in the US. Yeah, well, I was going to say we're kind of used to that because we've obviously got Edinburgh Castle and we've got loads of castles around about Scotland as well. We've visited a lot of the castles as well. But I guess if you're coming over from the USA and you're actually getting to kind of go to the castle for a couple of days as well, and you're going to be at the event, I guess it's going to be a huge wow. But even when I've seen it, and I've seen a lot of castles, I just go, wow, it is magical. And like Tiffany says as well. So Jock, it is going to be amazing when you come over, and hopefully that's going to be your first impression as well. Gail McIver, how much is it, please? The tickets are actually on sale just now for the full 2-day event and the 8 speakers, your lunch included as well, all your lunches and your kind of coffee and tea and stuff like that as well, is $497. Or there's a special price on just now for 2 people. You can get it for $849, so you get $150 off if you want 2 people to go over. So that's the price of the ticket. That was Gail McIver that was asking that. Tammy Smith, I can't realistically go this year, but committing to get my passport for next year. Brilliant, because we'll be having another event for next year, definitely. Now I'm going to go to a few more comments just now. I don't know why it's not letting me in Skype. 1 second. Nope. Right, we'll try something else because I'm not seeing all the comments. Fiona Cheney, hi Stephen, actually sitting listening. Excellent. Nope, I can't see all the comments are even sticking, so I can't even go to Skype to see if there's any more comments from previously because I was talking there. Maria Flynn's put the information for the YDF Scotland as well. Thank you for that. Corey Moraes is in the house. Welcome to you, Corey. Lorraine Emmett, do you always find a way to get me thinking of my business in a different way? It often takes this kind of trigger to send you in a whole new direction. Love it. Brilliant, and that's what it's for, because when I get all these not weird thoughts, there's no weird thoughts, it's just I kind of get all these thoughts and I think about kind of different theories and stuff like that, and I never usually share them. I usually kind of jot them down somewhere, or I just let them kind of stay in my mind, or I kind of put them out in somewhere, but I never usually share those kind of things with yourself. So that's why I thought I'd do something different today and just share with you kind of different kind of all the wee different theories that I've got as well. So thanks very much for that, Lorraine. I really appreciate that. Right, unfortunately I can't see all the comments. I'm going to do something just now. 1 wee second. I'll see what's going on here. Right. Let's see if this works. No, it's not going to let me. So I can't see the comments or anything just now, so I do apologise for that. So I'm just wondering if anybody's got any questions. We've got time just now. This was going to be a short one. So I'm just wondering if anybody's got any questions about kind of what I've been talking about, or YDF Scotland, or about your business, or about growing an online business as well. We were talking last night, myself and Maria had a live training last night about growing your email list. And I think that was really, really good training. That if you missed that, you can still get time to sign up and watch the replays for that as well. But that was really good last night, and that's all about kind of growing your email list for your business as well, particularly in light of what happened kind of last week to myself. So if you want to kind of sign up for that, obviously we'll put a link up below for you as well. But that was really good training, and that's training every month. That's live training. And Susan Jackman has just said it was great. I'm glad you got a lot out of it, Susan, because it is really important to grow your email list. It's extremely important. As I said, particularly in light of what happened last week with myself, that could really happen to anybody. It's happening to a couple of people just now actually, and that's why email is kind of all the more important as well. And obviously you own your email list as well. Olivia Joseph, thanks Steve, it was real enlightenment for me. My business isn't an online business, but I've learned how I can do more. I think any online business really, you can make it an online business, or part of, you can integrate your offline business with an online business as well, and you can use the kind of online side of it to market your offline business as well. But thanks for that comment, Olivia, I really appreciate that. Caroline McGowan's in the house, afternoon to you. Tammy Hooter, I've learned so much about Facebook while watching YDF. Thank you, Stephen. My pleasure, Tammy. Really my pleasure. I love to talk about kind of growing your Facebook page and growing your business online as well. So it definitely is my pleasure. Darlene Dawn, thanks for sharing your great thoughts with us. Very helpful. Excellent. Maria Flint, Tammy Hooter, flights, hotel are not included for YDF tickets. All right, there must have been an earlier question there. Okay. Jock J. Davis, book on the subject of standing out. Yes. Blue Ocean Strategy. Perfect. That is a brilliant book. I've started reading it over the last couple of... I've dipped in and out of it. So I'm on about page 40 or something. So yeah, that's probably where this is kind of the live has came up from today as well, just a different way of thinking about it. But essentially that's kind of what it's about, standing out from the crowd. Blue Ocean Strategy, written in 2004, I think, by W. Chen Yin, I think it was. W. Chen Yin, one sec. Yeah, that's it. Blue Ocean Strategy is a book that Jock J. Davis is talking about. It's W. Chan Kim, and so I do apologise. Yep, so that's a great book as well if you want to read kind of more up on that as well. Anne Shell, love your motivation. Mine is growing, still trying to find my special niche. It's frustrating. Do what you're interested in and see where that takes you. So that's where I would start, Anne. If you do what you're interested in, see where it takes you, and then take it from there. Because what you're interested in just now might change in a year's time, but at least you've started along the path, or at least you've started something and taken action. So definitely do that. And I would just start and see where it takes you. I think that's really good advice to do that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. I think we've been on for about 25 minutes. I forgot to start it a wee bit earlier today. Yeah, 27 minutes. Cads Chowdhury is in the house as well. Welcome, Cads, my man. I've known Cads for years. He stays in, or was in Edinburgh. I don't know if you're still in Dundee just now, Cads, but I think you're back in Edinburgh. And I've been doing kind of marketing with Cads for God knows how long it is, Cads. It must be at least 5, 6, 7 years or something, is it? And we've had a couple of mastermind meetups as well in Edinburgh, which has been brilliant. And Cads is a great marketer as well, and a big proponent of kind of email list building. So Cads is really good for that, and he's got his own program as well, so he's doing brilliant with his business. So good to see you on here, buddy. Stephen Webb, it took me 4 years to realise my niche. Wow. Wow. But if you were to give advice, Stephen, to somebody else when they're trying to find their niche, what advice would you give them? Would it be to just pick something and go with it and then see where it leads you? Instead of taking 4 years, obviously it doesn't need to take you 4 years to find your niche. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. That's us coming up for the half-hour mark. Hopefully that got you thinking about your business. And I'll put all the links down below for kind of YDF Scotland, the YDF Monthly and the YDF programme as well, just as usual, just to give you more information. And see if you want to join our YDF tribe and the people that are coming to Scotland with us as well. And it's growing kind of all the time. So, Tammy Hooter, both you, Stephen and Maria, went to grab a book for info. I feel right at home now. My friends and I do this as well. Excellent. Stephen Webb, yes, absolutely. I was still doing everything I'm doing now and enjoying it. Excellent, Stephen. Thanks for that. Okay, I will see you tomorrow, same time. And until tomorrow, namaste. Take care. Bye now.